Hello, everybody. So, I just want to remind you guys what happened at church. So, first off, the Lord responded to my prayer right before I went to church today. I talked to Him about it yesterday. I talked to the Lord about it today. And I was at church today. I got my cup of water right when I walked in. You know how you walk in, and the doors are right there. So, we walked in right there. And, guys, all of a sudden, in the sanctuary, there was a crowd. Everybody was in the sanctuary, and it was left, right, middle, center, in between. Everybody was in. And the music was on. Everybody was clapping their hands, worshiping the Lord, praising the Lord. It was a good time. Kind of like the Bible says that you cannot pray if you don't pray on earth, you cannot praise in heaven. That's basically what it says. And then we were there. Everybody's worshiping the Lord, praising the Lord. It was a good time. And all of a sudden, guys, there was a just like that. All of a sudden, guys, there was with music. One of the songs that they were singing on stage was the Chris Tomlin song "Holy Forever." Like "Holy Forever," kind of like that. That's the song like Chris Tomlin. So, guys, speaking of Chris Tomlin, I'm gonna put his channel link in the description below. You guys click on the link; it'll take you right to his channel. I'll put Life Church because I was at Life Church. Their channel link in the description below, so click on it. And my channel, Mr. Shoutout. So the three YouTube channels: Chris Tomlin, Life Church, Mr. Shoutout. So I'll put that in there. And immediately, right when I'm going to do that. Right after that, guys. And then it's going to be in the description. So click on it, it'll take you right to their channels. So anyway, the scream came down and Pastor Craig, music was over. Pastor Craig was on stage and he introduced a pastor. Sorry, there's like hair in the air. There's like a speck of hair in the air. So anyway, then Pastor was on stage. He was talking as the bald guy. He had a black outfit on and everything. Mostly what he was wearing was all black. His matching outfit was nice. But what I'm saying, guys, is that on stage, he was preaching the gospel. First Timothy. He was also preaching about the book of James. And, he was talking about temptation. Temptation and spiritual warfare he was preaching about. And the spiritual warfare is a battle between the Lord and the devil, heaven and hell, angels and demons. Basically, if you guys, I'm surprised he didn't preach about the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12, that talks about, that you're not in battle with another man, but you're in battle with spiritual beings, spiritual darkness, principalities, spiritual darkness of the world, which is referring to the devil and the demons. So if you see that word in the Bible, it's talking about spiritual darkness is referring to the devil and his demons. He was preaching about that. But so that way you get away from the spiritual temptations of the devil and you don't have anything to do with that. And immediately, bam, you resist it. It's like, and there's one other thing he didn't preach about either. He'd never preached about Jesus himself being tempted by the devil. Because that was 40 days and nights that Jesus, he was out in the wilderness, he was out in the hills and all that. And he was tempted by the devil. Now everybody knows about this story in the Bible. But if you read Old Testament, New Testament, correct me if I'm wrong on that. But after that, this guy was also preaching about, he was really getting into it. He was excited, and at first he sounded like a comedian, but he's not a comedian, he's a pastor. He's a preacher, he's a pastor. You can go look it up on lifechurch.com. That's where I put the channel link in the description, so you guys can click on it. It'll take you right to the Life Church's channel, or just go on YouTube and type in Life Church. It'll be a white icon with the words L and the capital C. LC stands for Life Church, so you can check it out. Unless those who already did. I'm not talking about those who did, but those who haven't, go check it out. I have a bunch of Life Church videos on my channel, so check it out. It's basically so those who are new to YouTube or haven't checked it out yet, you can go check it out. So anyway, guys, after the whole sermon was over, Pastor Craig came back on stage and he shook the guy's hand, and he shook his hand and gave him a hug. The other guy walked off stage, and Pastor Craig was preaching the gospel. He wasn't really preaching the gospel, but he was talking about Jesus coming to the earth to save the earth, and not judging it, but to save it. And Jesus came to the earth to save it. And the sermon is biblical. Most of the pastor's sermons are biblical. So immediately, guys, church dismissed after that, and everybody went home. Walked off. Now, they may not be the same as they came out as when they went in. But I tell you right now, it was a powerful sermon. You guys can check it out. And how was yours today at your church? Type in the comments below. Share your story, your testimony, and get it out there.